Well, hello everybody and welcome back. More EndZone, a world apart today. Part 2 of the tutorial. Last episode we got the basics done. Housing, food, water, scrap, and now we're actually going to build a recycler. It's more based on production this episode. So, yeah, we've got to assign a refiner, which I just like, using the, taking advantage of it, letting me click on it here. And then we need to produce some cloth. So once this gets built, we're going to have to actually assign the recycler to make cloth. Because, again, that's what I like about this game. Scrap can be many, many things. So let's get this built. Hopefully daytime will roll on in as it is. And we have one maximum number. Pay attention to that one as well. Of the workers. Daytime working efficiency 100%. Nighttime working efficiency 50%. Huh. Increases to 100% when you provide electricity because of light. Makes sense. Nice. So we're going to make some cloth. And keep on keeping on. How you guys doing? Staying safe as you can. I hope. And, yeah, this is what my Labor Day weekend, I usually try. It's like the end of the summer. Try to go out and about. But you know what? I'm just going to get some gaming done, stay at home, and do what I can. Right? Do what I can. So, yeah, production. Looks like later on we're going to be able to make medication. But from, like, herbalists, just kind of banished, like, where we're going to go into the woods and find the nuts and the berries. Actually, it's probably what these mushrooms are growing on the ground. And I love that there's, like, always the fear of the invisible disaster on the way, which is radiation. So look at that. That radiation seems to be shrinking, but who knows when that could just expand on out. Now, one of the things I'm going to work on is last episode we did do housing, but we got to remember it mentioned how we can build shelters as housing for more adults. Look at that. Maximum number of inhabitants, 25. Yet they just don't produce children because the lack of privacy. No privacy, no good. So, yeah. And our destroyed crop field is going to stay brown, it looks like.
You can instruct your recycler to produce a different resource at a time. It's important that you focus on the resources you really need, at least in the beginning.
Okay.
Cloth and metal look like good options if you want to equip us with protective clothing. Happy settlers are industrious settlers. That's why we ought to look after our people and protect them against the surroundings and dangers, like radiation. So let's start by transforming our newly recovered cloth into protective clothing. A tailor will be able to help us with that.
Now, I gotta remember about that radiation spot. Where do we want our production? I'm gonna have it built here. Yeah, and then we're gonna need a tailor. Okay, let's do it. Workforce, because that's talking about builders. So tailor, we're going to want 1. How's our water doing? We got to remember that because I did lower that to 1. See, it is starting to actually dwindle. So I'm going to go ahead and add in another worker on collecting up water. Because you never know, right? You just never know. I am curious if I want to build another house yet. I see that we have one homeless person. It'd be nice if one of these, like, friendly neighbors, like, I get it, you don't have any children, but would you mind letting this guy, like, crash on your couch for, like, we promise, just a week or so. Oh, it's Robin, too. Poor Robin. Something interesting with this game is they get badges after they age and get older. I don't think we're going to have anyone with a badge yet. I don't know, it probably makes them a little bit better at a certain thing. Settlers who age and become old adults are awarded with a badge for the profession which they worked the longest. If the settler was fully educated at a school, he or she also readily receives a badge upon becoming an adult. Ah, so you get it as an adult if you go to school, or as an older adult if you do that. So, cool. Now what I'm going to do, speed things up, add another workforce and have that make metal. And we're going to make some neck scarves, because neck scarves protect settlers against low-level radiation. Just a nice little mask, I guess. Huh. Interesting. We can also make activated carbon masks, but that's going to need some coal, I believe. And is that what that icon is? Yes, it is. And then there's radiation
We
suits.
categorize environmental radiation into 4 levels. No radiation,
Okay.
low level, medium level, and high level radiation. The radiation changes constantly and is influenced by weather and contaminated rain. Protective clothing helps to protect us against this kind of radiation, but it takes a while before it's produced. And production relies on a steady flow of incoming resources. Try to establish production chains at an early stage and start to stockpile goods so that some are always on hand.
Great.
The tools we brought along from the EndZone are slowly but surely running out. So now, let's focus on manufacturing new tools. The tools will help us to work effectively. We'll need metal for that, so we'll prepare for production by building another recycler, which we'll commission to recover metal from scrap.
Already on it, boss.
After that, we'll need a workshop to enable the manufacturing of brand new tools.
So I'm going to build the workshop right here. So maybe if we need another tailor, we can add it here and another workshop there. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to need some more recyclers at some point. But we have the 2. We already did all that. Now we just need to build the workshop. So easy enough. And I am going to be nice and go ahead and build another cabin. These are going to be little 6-plexes is what I'm going to go with now. There we go. Hopefully I can squeeze a road right there. I think I can. And then I do believe we're going to need someone working as a technician who works at the workshop making tools. Now check it out. We've got 2 cloth, production limit of 100, and metal in stock 10, production limit of 100. That can be changed here, your production limit. Like that. I can say 200. But again, then you got to watch out because storage is going to become a problem. So, things, right? Things and stuff. Here we go. Scrap tools or metal tools. I'm going to say make metal tools. I think that's probably what it wants us to do. Yeah, actual metal tools. So catch that. If you don't have metal, you can build scrap. But if it's anything like Banished, remember when you can make the 2 types of tools? Don't even bother with the cheap tools. So, cool deal. But it's good as an emergency. But then that can really screw things up because then people are using cheap tools. And that. Man, this stuff actually picks up the scrap pretty quick. I guess it's because I have a lot of extra workers available. Just cleaning up around the town. Making it all nice and clean. Not the workshops, not these, but we are going to have something new here. At some point for picking up even better areas. Look at that. That's cool. Community, campfires and schools. Logistics is going to have the roads. Warehouses and such. We'll get there. Expedition Station. Excited for that. Haven't messed with that at all. Electricity will be nice as well. And cool. What else we got to do? Oh, make the tools. 1 tool done. Next tool on
With
the
our
way.
lovely new tools, we are now prepared to work effectively. Should you ever run out of metal, keep in mind that you can also instruct your workshop to manufacture tools from scrap.
Okay.
Down in the end zone, we had sufficient time and resources to educate ourselves properly. But our children don't have this luxury. We ought to build a school and pass on what we've learned.
Yikes.
As a result, they will be able to survive and work better and more effectively.
Dang. This tailor shop created some unattractiveness on the houses, so don't do what I do. Dang. I don't really feel like demolishing and move. Oh, I do. I do. All right, come on over here. Tailor shop. This was my bad. And a school. Now, does a school... I wish I could see what changes the attractiveness levels, but let's put that up there. I think that's going to be good. Tailor shop, let's move you like... Oh my goodness. Did I really mess up the... Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Ah! I like things to be aligned properly, and I didn't do that. I'm going to put that there. Things I will fix. Like, I'd love that. To me, these need to shift to the left one. I'm not doing that much work. But look at that. The attractiveness fixed up a little bit, so that's nice. I saw the red here. Kind of gives you warnings. Like, someone's real not happy. Real not happy. I guess that's touching. I don't agree with that, but sometimes we just got to go with the punches. So stop looking at that. Looks like we have hit our limit at the Forester Lodge. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't think I'm going to increase that anymore. Maybe to 600. Water, I'm going to drop back down to 1 worker. And other than that, we need to assign a teacher. I almost didn't catch that. Bada boom. Production in order. Teaching underway. Full speed ahead. Oh yeah, the tailor shop. Oh, I gotta move this.
Perfect. Besides the fact that educated children work more effectively, we'll also teach them to be more careful with their protective clothing and tools.
Ah.
This, in turn, leads to them staying intact longer.
Nice, and we got 5 people.
Valuable resources.
I don't really want more people, but okay.
Now that our population is starting to grow, we ought to again turn our attention to the topic of food production. We are already accumulating fish and tilling our fields. A gatherer's cabin will now enable us to gather mushrooms and berries from the forest nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna build that up top. I just realized this could be causing some drama here, but I don't think it is. I am going to change it to like there. Okay. Well, I figured I'd be planting more trees since I was pretty close to my production limit. Alright, so we need to assign 2 more gatherers. We got 9 settlers, like, with free jobs, so we're all good. And how's fishing doing? I bet we're really packing up. Yeah, look at that production limit on food is 5K. I'm going to move it to 6K. What is the storage limit of our bus? We're at 80% capacity. That's no good. What is this? Resources in this inventory can be freed from contamination via decontamination kits. Oh, yeah, that's on the way. Cool. Let's build some more houses. Actually, I just want to wait for more cloth, but let's get these 12 houses complete. So that'll work on producing our children. We have a rich abundance of food because we've got 2 crops, we've got fish, we're going to have hunting going on. I can't dig it. So yeah, mushrooms and berries are actually for the gathering cabin. Not necessarily for... Okay. Not for the herbalists. So that would be a future thing. Right. Community. Medical facility. And resources, herbalist hut. But I'm skipping ahead of myself. So full speed, though. I'm hoping to get maybe to that point this
Very
episode.
good. As you can see, the Gatherer's Cabin is an effective possibility to get food quickly. But watch out. After a drought, it's going to take some time before the plants have regrown.
Ah.
As is the case with most buildings, here too, you can relocate the working area at any time. Although we are sufficiently supplied at the moment, our survival depends on diligent planning. If we can lay out a plan for an orchard, then we can start to plant fruit or nut trees that we can harvest after a few seasons.
I'm going to snag all this stuff. And then I'm going to snag all the stuff down. Actually, is there more to... Yeah. Snag it all down there first. Because I don't plan to replant here while this is growing and we're getting this forest going. That will be good. And then we can shift. So, okie dokie. Oh, an orchard. Nice. All right. Long-term food. I still... Yeah, I did a nice mixture when I played my Banished between... Ooh, you know what? How big can these be? Can we do like a 20 by 10? Ah, it's too big, eh? It's 10 by 10. We will add another farmer. And we will build plums. I don't like them apples. That's all we got. 3 seasons. 240 food. 4 to 8 cycles. Huh,
The orchard has been laid out, and the trees are already beginning to grow. Similar to crops for farming, trees need some time until they are fully grown. But once they have grown, they can be harvested again and again until they have to be newly planted.
Ah, okay. So then it's just like harvesting. Okay, I wonder how they harvest, or once they harvest, how long until they go...
Our Gatherer's Cabin
Re-up.
gathers food from the surrounding forests. However, there are any number of other plants there which we can use as well. These plants can be gathered by an herbal hut. The herbs gathered there can be consumed by settlers to replenish their health.
Ah, that pile. I'd like to actually build this right here, backed up on that, but I have a big scrap pile in the way, so we're going to make them... Man, they're not good neighbors. They don't fit well next to each other. So I'm going to make you go there. Cool. Understood, boss. And I'm waiting for the cloth to build up to 10, and then I'm going to use that on a shelter. Can I... I can't even place the shelter until I have the goods. I'm going to switch this metal over to cloth, because I got plenty of metal and my cloth is going away, and I believe that is kind of due to the neck scarf situation. Wasn't thinking about that. But they're getting used up fast. I only have 8 neck scarves left, and that's only for light. There's 14. Okay, so I gotta be careful. I can't stop production. Can I build roads yet? Not yet. They make you really wait on that. And let's assign an herbalist. And because I took a little bit longer, let's assign 2 herbalists. That'll speed up the mission. Oh, there's 10 cloth. Can I pause the game so that cloth doesn't get used up? Because that's usually my luck. Oh! What? I'm still blocked out from being able to build the shelter just from the game being the game. So I'm gonna build 3 homes there. And we have hit our log limit, and I'm gonna just say go reforest.
Well done. We can equally utilize the gathered herbs to convert them into medicine later on.
Nice.
It might happen that an illness breaks out in our settlement from time to
that's not
time
nice.
and spreads among our settlers. That's why we always ought to have enough herbs on hand.
Nice. We got 20 herbs for collecting 20 herbs.
Radiation is the main reason why the health status of our settlement can decrease. Although our settlers already use protective clothing to shield themselves against environmental radiation, it might occur that our sources of water become contaminated. We should start to filter our water to prevent this from happening. We will need a great deal of charcoal to accomplish this. The charcoal kiln will burn wood to produce charcoal.
Sweet. So, charcoal kiln. And I'm moving that workshop away while he was chatting up here. Yeah, I'm just going to place that there with some extra room around it. To hopefully help out with that -2 on that house. So we shall see. They're going to come demolish it. Boom, boom, boom. Taking down the scrap metal. I don't know how much we get back. 50%? You tell me. 16 stock of resources. 14, 21, and 14. What was that for? A workshop? Yeah, we don't get everything back. That's still good. One workforce. Nope, we're going to add 2. That's not good. We're actually running out of water. And our inventory's near full on our van. That's no good. So this guy, I can move. Finish off those trees, and then we'll be able to easily get to this greenhouse, little ruin. And we're going to be able to keep on keeping on. And I do want to get this coal going. But I'm going to call this another shorty short. Because, yeah, we're there. And next episode, we're going to be getting the coal running, which is going to help us produce better radiation protection. But this episode was more about basic production. We've got metal. We've got cloth. We're going to be able to do the same thing. I'm actually even going to go ahead and build another scrapyard here. And eventually I'll build another one here. And notice I'm already building it down. Actually, this is what I'm going to do, because I'm going to fix those other ones. We're going to build them there and there. And I'm going to get one building plastic. But that's all for next episode. So thanks again for tuning in to another EndZone, A World Apart. I'll catch you next time once we've got some coal. You guys stay cool. Keep on keeping on. Peace, everybody.